Shade 45. Hey, man. We're going to keep it artist strong today.
That's
Yes.
Just came off the Grammys not too long ago. And we got a Grammy caliber artist with us today. To me, one of the most versatile artists that we've seen in the modern times. He's not just a singer. He's not just a musician. He's not just a rapper. He's all of those things rolled up in one. Producer as well. He's here with us today. I mean, he doesn't do a lot of controversy, you know, and even when he does, you can't tell that he is because he's always happy. And he got a new project. His first compilation album is called Elements. It's out now. Got 37 songs on it. That means that boy is hungry. Some past songs, some maybe new songs, right? Mm-hmm. You know, he's here with us today. The one and only B.o.B is here.
Yeah, and he is Scorpio.
Scorpio, man. B.o.B, how you been, man?
Been good, man. Been very balanced, man. Very grateful.
What do you mean?
You gotta be grateful, man. You gotta appreciate everything, man. I appreciate the small things. I appreciate everything in life, man. You know, and when you're grateful, you don't have a scarcity mentality.
Speak on that.
Scarcity mentality is what actually keeps you from being prosperous.
Okay. You said scarce? What's the word?
A scarcity mentality.
A scarcity mentality.
Yeah.
Renard, break that. Define that.
Scarcity. I mean, when resources are lacking, and that's when I don't know. That's when the instinct kick in. You just start scarcity. It's scarce. I start looking for anything.
Start
I grab.
holding on to
it.
it.
Hoarding and grabbing and just
Thirsty?
thirsty. That's the
Right,
word.
and you never satisfied with where you're at. You always got destination syndrome. You're only happy if you feel like you're in the next spot.
By golly, man, you hang around some good people, man.
That's what
I'm trying to tell you,
everybody here serves a purpose, B.o.B. What made you do a compilation project with 37 songs?
Well, you know, it started out with the Water mixtape, and it really was just gonna be that mixtape, and then somebody was like, "You got to do Fire too," and then it just unfolded in the 4 mixtapes, and we put them on iTunes as a compilation project, man, and like. It's like the whole thing just like, it's kind of like a new wave, you know. I feel like it really taps into the people who, you know, a challenge that I always face was like, you either got to be like the quirky, artsy guy or like the cool jock. Like, no, like people don't accept you if you both. Like, you can't be both. And I'm like, man, like, I like fly shit too, but like, I'm still like, I can talk to you on some political shit. I can have a, you know, and so, but I like going to the strip club too. I mean, I like doing all these things, and so that was really the whole design behind it was for me to be myself. And on these mixtapes, there was no outside influence. There was no, you know, no A&R, no label. I produced all the music, wrote all the music, and it came out just raw and just me wanting to say the thoughts that, you know, I was always afraid to say, or stuff that I felt people were afraid to say. So I feel like I'm just gonna say it. You know, I'm just saying as raw as I can say it, and maybe it'll be easier for the next person to chime in on it.
Let me give you an example. As I hear you saying this, we had one of our guests here was Neil deGrasse Tyson, who we asked about your claim about the Earth being flat. We'll pull up what he had to say about that. But is that an example of one of those things you wanted to be able to say that other people be scared to say?
Well, you know, I really put it all into the music, man, to really understand it. I mean, it's a lot to talk about, but to really understand it, you know, you really got to listen to the elements, man. And, you know, it's really just it's really in the music. And when you listen to it and understand where I'm coming from, it'll all, you know, make sense.
Where was you coming from? I heard the album.
I mean, it's a lot to describe, man. I mean, I don't even think we have enough time to.
Hey man, well we got about 35 minutes we're working with right now. If we really want to use it, we could use as much of that as this.
Right.
It's my show, so it's Heather's show. We can.
You said we were smart. Come on.
What song in particularly would you suggest we listen to that would address it?
Look at this list.
Look at
a lot
that
of
list.
songs.
Right
I know
here.
I made them, but 37 songs.
Yeah.
It's a lot to remember.
Yeah. And then DB, look up Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I like first, well, I'll play Stanley Kubrick.
Okay. What track
Number
is that?
34.
34.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's play that first, and then we're going to come back.
Yeah.
All right, B.o.B is here. Sway in the morning, Shea 45. I mean, talk to him in a minute. I got a lot of questions.
When you were carrying out that incredible moonwalk, did you find that the surface was...
B.o.B. This is a song a lot of people was like, where did that song come from?
Right.
We actually was, this is family actually. You're part of the family, so we're always up on the music. But what I don't understand is how come it's a lot of music that's been out there in the past 2 years that folks haven't heard from you.
Man, I really think it's even my fans, you're right, and even my fans be hitting me like, yo, all your fans don't even know about the Elements. Like they know about Still in This Bitch Headband, they know like the hits and the more recent albums, but they haven't heard like the Elements or like Psychedelic Thoughts. And so I really think, and this is my opinion, I ain't really necessarily saying this is exactly what it is, but in my experience, it seems like the monetization of social media has made it more difficult to reach all your fans at the same time. I may have like 8 million, 9 million fans on Facebook, but I can't reach all of them. You know what I mean? Like I used to put out a mixtape and just millions, you know what I mean? And so without actually like...
Why you can't reach them all? Explain that.
Well, like it's a couple reasons. I think the monetization of it is like, okay, if you want to advertise, you got to pay. You know what I mean? It's like buying ads.
Right.
And so if I put out a mixtape that's not an album, that doesn't have marketing dollars behind it, its only reach is like, how I post it, how strategically I post it, or you know what I mean? So it's like, like even the numbers on my Instagram account, it's kind of weird. It's like just stopped. Like it doesn't. And so, when I post stuff, it doesn't necessarily have like the numbers that are
reflective of the numbers of
your
followers, right?
Yeah. And so I'm not even sure if like, let's say you got like 10 artists who have like millions of fans, like multi-million fans, and they all post a new video at 6 p.m. on the same day. I'm not even sure like if they have like the bandwidth or the power for 6 of them artists to reach all 25 million of them fans at the same time,
Right.
and for it to be, you know what I mean? So I think it's like kind of
a hoax.
Not a hoax, but just like
sure about that.
Slightly
representative of what the facts are,
or being controlled, or just being controlled.
They got all the celebrities to loan them their fans, and now they're starting to dictate who sees what, how they see it, and charge you for it.
Yeah.
What do you think of streaming, man? The rate of pay of streaming gives artists.
Well, traditionally in the music industry, you make the smaller end of the dollar off an album, and now with streaming, the way it's broken down, you make less than that. So it's like,
Yo, you'll get an envelope in the mail, that shit be this thick. And when you open it, cause you gas, you like, damn, I'm about to be paid. Your check be like $81. It's a shame because it be like, no, it's like thousands.
But the industry is celebrating streaming and feel like they throwing this. And the streaming is great because it gives people access to listen to music how they want to listen to it. But the artists, at the end of the day, are getting paid even less.
You know who we got to hear from? I want to see how Ryan Leslie is doing. Because, he created his own platform where he collect all the numbers from his fans, and he basically has his contact list so he can reach out directly and get all the funds directly.
It seems like it's a lot of middlemen.
Yeah, exactly.
It seems like that money touches like 10 companies before it hits the record label.
Yeah.
Then it hits the artist.
Then it hits the artist. What's left? B.o.B is here. 888-742-3345. Elements is out now, man.
Bands.
You a spitter. You a MC. You write all your own lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You never had nobody write your lyrics.
I mean, like, for example, if I'm in the studio with a singer and we come up with a hook,
that's different.
That's
different. You know what I'm saying, B. Come on, man. You an MC at heart. Where were you when you heard the Sheether record?
I think I was at home.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, on my social media, on my Twitter, I follow people, but on my Instagram, I don't really follow anybody. So I'm always like last and late.
Mm-hmm.
People be making jokes. I'll be like, "What y'all talking about?"
I mean, you got a life. As an MC, what you heard Remy come at Nicki with? If you were Nicki, how would you respond? Would you wait? Can you see a response that's gonna?
I don't know. Like, my perspective may not be the best for everybody else. You know what I mean? I know me. When I like, it's hard for me to shut up. It's hard for me.
Yeah.
If I like, even like, me hearing people, like, if people are talking about me or saying something, it's like hard for me to not chime in.
Yeah.
So I'm a respond to something. But you know, in the art of hip hop and in the spirit of hip hop, I mean, that's what it is, though. You know what I mean? It's about, like, I like the movie 8 Mile, for example.
Yeah.
Like, after that movie came out, everybody in my school was freestyle battling, like, the next day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Everybody was coming to.
And so, like, that's why I got into hip hop. Like, that's why I started rapping. I mean, that's not why I started rapping, but that really fueled the MC side of it for me. And I saw it happen too. Like, and you know, I'm from Atlanta, and one of the places that, you know, in the early hip hop stages, it wasn't respected as lyricists. You know, we weren't respected as lyricists. So that, me seeing how the impact it had on my community and my city, being in the South, is like, I understood at a very early age that, you know, you gotta be a lyricist and vicious, but not necessarily taking it personal, you know, too personal, more than it needs to be.
Yeah. Treat it like a sport.
Word.
But I feel like social media has kind of made us a lot more politically correct and a lot more sensitive to things.
Remy wasn't politically correct in that song, though.
Nope.
She was the opposite of sensitive.
But you know, it's entertainment, man. Like, I think a lot of people forget that, you know, it's entertainment, and I think social media, like, lets you into people's personal lives so much that we forget that it's entertainment. I mean, you know, as an artist, you're not supposed to be like, the whole point of why I'm here is to give you good music, not so you fashion your life around me or pattern it after me or be how I am, but social media gives people that insight onto how you live life, what you're doing, what you're eating, what you're drinking. You know,
You think it's too much now? Like, before, people, you know, mystery was the allure. Now it's the more you give, the more.
Yeah, it's the new
Is it
transparency.
too much now?
man, I mean, it's like, you know, if you build it, they will come. You know what I mean? If you let people see it, they will come. You know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, don't show me that. Like, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't even want to know it exists because I'm going to look.
Yeah, you're going to look, get caught up. B.o.B is here. The compilation is called Elements, is out right now.
The Elements.
888-742-3345 if you want to talk to him.
But since we brought up social media, can we speak about when Sevyn made you into the eggplant king on Instagram?
The king.
What's the eggplant queen?
Yeah, were you comfortable with your imprint being, you know, every girl's focus on the gram?
I didn't even think that was going to, like, go like that. Like, I ain't even, like, when I put the picture up, I was just trying to promote healthy eating, healthy lifestyle.
What's happening?
What happened? Break it down. What happened, Tracy? Tell the story.
I'm looking at
the
this
story?
nigga like, what's good?
You know,
What
I
you
think there was
talking
like a
about?
ban or something like that, but an eggplant was basically like a pseudonym for
Yeah, I know
dick.
that.
Right.
Yeah, I know that part.
So when he was together with Sevyn, which was one of my favorite couples, by the way, B.o.B, I don't know how you fucked that up, but we'll get to that. But when they were together,
Wow.
Sevyn was very
Tell
proud
me how you really feel.
of his manhood. And it
She
became a
put it up,
thing.
so she posted it.
Yeah, well, not him naked, but she would talk about it, and like you see the imprint in particular,
Oh.
like Nike sweatpants, stuff like
Well,
that.
did she compliment him?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's good, man. It ain't a loss.
Yeah.
Great sweatpants.
There it is.
So what happened
What do you mean? What happened?
with Sevyn?
Have you ever been in love before?
I have.
You ever been in a breakup before?
Yeah, but they're all different.
Well, a lot of those times you're not, thinking clearly. You may not be, making the best decisions you can make. But, people make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
Sure.
It's just that everybody remembers mine because I'm a celebrity. So, but
Would that deter you from dating another celebrity?
Don't do it.
I don't see how it'll be my best interest to answer that question.
What the hell was that? What just happened right
gotta leave the door.
And King of the Ding Dong just came out.
Scorpio.
He just said, "Hey man,
I don't see how that be my best interest. And then that dude turned into a politician.
Yo, he pointed the stinger at me, Scorpio.
You must be dating one now. You dating one now?
No comment.
I mean, if it's no, you say no.
he said no
Or
comment."
you say no comment.
No comment. It'll come out, man. It'll come out.
I think it's best to just let things happen naturally
When they happen.
When they happen, how they occur. If you find out, you find out. Like with social media, I just feel like, I just put the things out that I feel creatively reflect my life, and what people gather from it, they gather from it.
You would it be fair to say? Well, how does an artist like you, who we've seen you on VMA stages, we've seen you at the Grammys, we've seen you on every platform, different levels of success. When it's not as robust as it might have been prior, but it's still good. How do you rectify that as an artist every day? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel like, wait a minute, y'all remember? It's me.
I mean, I don't really. I think like a lot of my fans just like seeing me in like commercials and on halftime performances and award show performances. And,
I think you just
Let him do it. Let him
Halftime Sway. Halftime Sway.
okay.
and it's nothing wrong with that, But it's like it's a lot that comes with that. I don't think fans understand. They don't see all the strings that are pulled, and I don't necessarily want to like expose all of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm a presenter too. Like I like producing things and presenting it to you. I don't want to show you the behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Before the video comes out.
Right.
Good point.
And so, with an artist and where you choose to take your career, certain strings have to be pulled. And when you don't agree to sell your soul,
Yeah. Well, you don't want to compromise yourself.
Yeah, when you don't want to compromise certain things, certain strings don't get pulled.
Well, cut your finger, put that blood on there.
You want to sell that soul. B.o.B is here, man. Let's go to fucking science, bro.
Fucking science, bro.
And then we're going to come back, take some phone calls. 888-742-3345. Y'all call him, ask him who he dating. Sway in the morning.
If you shrunk Earth down to the size of a cue ball,
Yeah.
it would be one of the smoothest, roundest cue balls ever made. That's how round Earth is. The fact that I can tell you that it's slightly wider at the equator is because we have very accurate tools to make that measurement. But think about it. From the depths of the Marianas Trench off the coast of the Philippines, which is the deepest part of Earth's crust, up to the top of Mount Everest, it's like a dozen miles.
Yeah.
You could drive that in 10 minutes. Basically doing the speed limit. So the structure on Earth's surface relative to the size of the Earth's surface is very mild. We think it's large because we're tiny compared to that.
It's Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrologist, cosmologist, scientist, author, who wanted to debate with B.o.B about if the Earth is flat. He came on the show to do this. His nephew made a diss record against you.
That happened.
Did you hear that?
I mean, with all, and I say this with all respect, like, because Neil is a very charismatic person, very intelligent person. But asking Neil about the flat Earth is like asking George Bush, was 9/11 an inside job?
Bars.
That was cryptic.
He just backed off the mic. I like that. B.o.B is here, ladies and gentlemen. Did you vote?
Let me explain how I feel about voting.
Okay.
First thing, I feel that we should take local voting as serious as we take presidential voting.
Facts.
Agree.
I agree with that one.
And I feel like we should be able to vote on the laws that are passed to a certain degree and not just voting for a group of people who pass the laws.
Facts. Facts.
And I didn't answer your question.
That's okay. I'm
We
getting.
waiting.
I'm
So
picking up.
it's kind of like, you know when they say, you can't complain about the world if you don't make a change for it. And I guess for me, my way of making the change is more so to evoke thought and to challenge policies. And I didn't vote. And some people may feel like, well, Bob, you didn't vote. You don't have a choice because that's your voice. And I don't feel like a ballot should be my only voice. And I don't feel like it should be the end all be all of what I can do to make a change in society.
B.o.B. Okay, that's fair enough. So you didn't vote. Okay. What do you think about the current state? What you're seeing about you? You obviously follow some politics, though.
Oh, I definitely follow it. It's a very
Complicated, huh?
I mean, it's like it doesn't even matter on what side of the line you stand. It's wild. I think for people who expect it, I think Trump being in office threw a lot of people off because of the fact that he doesn't necessarily. He's not identical to all the other presidents in terms of like he's so right wing and maybe there are other presidents who've been right wing, but he was a reality show star and you know what I mean. I could go on and on about it, but I think just what's happening, just regardless of who's in power, or I think just what's happening, like.
Immigration ban.
Yeah, the immigration ban. I mean, Flint, Michigan still has water. America was founded off of foreign invaders coming in, taking over the native lands, and they're still doing that now with the Dakota Access Pipeline. They're coming and literally ripping people out of their homes who are on reservations. And it's wild, man. It's like you feel it hitting closer and closer to home.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, how close to home is this finna hit? Because I kind of relate more to a side of people who feel like politics are, what they tell us is not necessarily what it is.
Yeah.
And, sometimes you feel like threats are kind of hollow. And when I say threats, I don't mean threats being made, but things that appear threatening, like Trump being president. We kind of feel like, he may be president, but, every president, same thing. But then, like, you see what's happening under this presidency, and you're like, oh, shit. They're really affecting people's lives traumatically.
That's why you vote.
Well, I mean, but it's like everybody voted for Trump for one thing, and then he's changed his policy.
Yeah.
So it's like, what do you say then to a person who says, well, you should have voted? Well, it's like, I did, but he changed his policy. So it's like, that's why I feel like as citizens, we should be able to vote for the laws that are passed, not just people to make the laws, because they have something called the Monsanto Act. The Monsanto Act protects companies from any type of lawsuit, even with them putting harmful chemicals in their food. The Monsanto Act, for example, let's say I have a company and I'm growing wheat and I put harmful chemicals in my crops that have been proven to cause all types of clinical illnesses and cause side effects. What the Monsanto Act does, which was signed under the Obama presidency, It protects me as a company so that nobody can sue me, and also I don't even have to label what's in the food that I'm selling people. Mm-hmm. So you not only is it poison, you don't even know where it's at.
Yeah. Damn. Depressed as shit.
I'm sorry.
No, Bob. Thank you, bro. Nah, but that's information we're not privy to all the time. Yeah, B.o.B is here. The Elements is the project is out now. Go, Renard. Go. You got to work, man. You got to ask one question today.
I was kind of thrown into the fray. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, take your time, Tracy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my time.
I'm curious because they found a couple Earth-like planets. I can't remember if it was 3 or 5, but somewhere 7. Whoop, above that 7. Would you consider leaving Earth?
That's a good question.
With my current belief system, I no matter where you go, the problems that you face will follow you because you bring your perspective with you. You bring your own flaws with you. I mean, so to speak. I feel like we're all perfectly imperfect, but for the sake of the question, you bring your all the trouble with you. You know what I mean? So there's nowhere I want to go. I used to feel like, oh man, Trump's president, I'm gonna go move to another country. But it's like there's nowhere you can go. There's no escape, so to speak. Not that we're like trapped, but in order to find true liberation, you have to go within yourself to find the answers. You have to go internal. There's nothing out there you can find or eat or read.
That's true.
Bob is here. Maserati's on the line from Austin. What up, man?
Hey, you guys.
Oh,
how
what's
y'all
up?
doing?
What's up, woman?
Happy
Hey, Maserati. Say hello
I'm
to
at
B.o.B.
work. I'm on the camera. I thought I get in trouble.
Hey,
But I just
wait,
wanted to talk to
Maserati.
B.o.B.
Okay, go ahead.
Huh?
No, I was gonna say
I like your music. And
What
I
do you
was
like
gonna
about
sing
it?
Beautiful Girls to you. That's my favorite song.
You said you
Can I
want to
sing
what?
it to you?
What you
Huh?
say?
you wanna
Beautiful
do?
Girls.
She wants to sing to you.
You want to sing to him?
Yeah, beautiful girls all over the world. You know that song?
It's up to Sway. It's not my show. It's my interview, but
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just talk. I'll just say something else. Are you coming to South by Southwest?
maybe.
Let's do a song together. I'll give you my phone number. You can text me.
Damn.
Is that code?
Yeah, that's a. Hey, big hair.
You want my number or what? Just write it down real quick.
Look, he might be dating a celebrity.
Right.
Right? What do you know? He's good with the
I mean, I'm
number.
a celebrity too. God made all angels celebrities.
Okay, well, DM him. What's
DM
that
them.
word?
Okay, I'll DM
Sound a
you.
little
My name
scarcity
is
here.
Maserati Larry, okay?
Well, look, hey, they say if you really do love me, they say love isn't real unless you can profess it to the world.
So go ahead.
I confess that I love B.o.B.
There you have it.
B.o.B.
Thanks.
and Maserati sitting in a tree.
Well, all right.
I'm through something else.
ING.
Wait, I'm still working on that song with TV. I already came up with my hook and my verse, okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for thank you.
That's a different song. That's a different kind of caller here. We got
She was trying to holler at me on. Yeah.
just straight up.
Open.
You gotta know, but a woman who knows what she wants, that's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Robert in Myrtle Beach. We don't even want to ask you about what you like about the women because I know exactly what that response is. Robert,
hey, real quick, Sway, man. Man, you my dude, 100 grand, man.
Oh,
you are killing it this morning because first you had Mozzie on was like, he reminded me of like a young Tupac, dead up. Yeah. But then B.o.B, a whole new respect. I'm playing Elements 1 through 37. I drive from Myrtle Beach to Wilmington almost every day, and I'm not going to miss a track because those 2 tracks, man, listen, if folks just dissect that stuff and start doing their research, a lot more people wouldn't think Kyrie Irving crazy with the Earth is flat stuff. I ain't going to go into it. I ain't even got that much time, but B.o.B, yo, you a whole nother level. You took your fandom with me to a million, son. Like killing it. Like, man, half the stuff you saying this morning has just been on another level, and it's been like, yo, deep, dope, crazy. Yo, love it, man. Good stuff.
Respect, bro.
That's what's up, man.
Right
Hey, yeah, he's listening already, man. Yeah, you got a lot of great songs that I think if people pick up this project will be pleasantly thrilled about. Brian in Milwaukee, what you want to say, B?
Brian.
What up, though? This Prime.
What up? Go ahead.
Hey, first off, I want to say that, hey, I'm an older guy, you know what I'm saying? And I got kids that listen to B.o.B. You know, they go, and I put a couple of kids through college and shit. They listen to your music, and your music is real thoughtful. And, you know, it's positive shit. Now, with that being said, though, with that shit you talking about not voting or whatever like that, and I'm real disappointed in that. For the simple fact that it's a lot of people, a lot of kids that around your age that, you know what I'm saying, they need to know the importance of voting, especially coming up in the next 2 to 4 years. If we really truly want to make some change, we need to be lockstep with each other and make moves together. All this decisiveness, it ain't gonna work. I mean, we need to agree on something. Let's at least all agree on it. Okay, let's all vote. And you know what I'm saying? Let's get these motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? You can say that.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you know who funded both presidential campaigns?
A lot of people funded them. You know what I'm saying? Do I have the numbers of who the main funders is? No. I mean, if you give me that information, you know what I'm saying, I'll take that knowledge too, though, bro.
Well, look. I'll be honest. I don't disagree with your perspective because I do understand. You know, we have to teach our youth to be proactive, but I just feel like we shouldn't limit that to just voting as being the end all be all. It's almost as if you were in church and the preacher said the only way to salvation is through tithing. You have to tithe. You know, voting isn't the only way. And when you actually break down who funds presidential campaigns, you find out that the same companies and corporations and trusts fund both the Republican and the Democratic Party. And also, if you break down who owns everything, most of everything in the world is owned by 25 banks. Mm-hmm. You can look it up. There's 25 banks that own and fund everything. So I feel
you on that, and I feel you on the numbers. But okay, let me give you my perspective right quick. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. You know what I'm saying? Trump won Wisconsin. Before that, Obama won, and before that, another Democrat won too. It was a Democratic state. Now I checked the numbers from Wisconsin. Now a difference of 8,000 votes separated her losing in this state. And the same thing went along around other Midwestern states like Michigan, like Ohio, like Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Now what I'm saying is, my point is, all that big money is cool or whatever like that though. But what if somebody like B.o.B. would have came out here, or somebody like Sway would have came out here, or somebody like even our local artist Cuckoo Cal or something like that, pushed out 8,000 extra votes.
I just feel like we should put the power in our hands and not in somebody else's. I don't feel like we should watch a television to tell us who's in control and who's running it. I feel like we should be able to know. I feel like we should just know what's going on and not to have to be told what's going on. I don't want a TV to tell me who's my leader or who's my president. I want to know who funded his presidency, who his cabinets, where did they go, what school they went to. I want to locally vote. I want to know who's the commissioner, the treasurer, I want to know everybody in everything that has to do with my life and my loved ones' lives. And so, you know, it's a true you know, I want to know who's pulling the strings. Because I personally, in my experience, I don't trust what I'm told. I want to find out for myself.
Hey, Brian, man, we appreciate your call, though, man, and keep letting your kids listen to his music. We got a thinker up here, you know, somebody that's actually processing. He obviously is reading, doing his own research, so that means you care, man, and I appreciate that as much. Brian, you're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
All right, cool. Man, B.o.B, man, this was kind of a cool combo, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect, man. know.
I mean, you know.
So let's go over what we found out today. Neil deGrasse Tyson asking him if the world is flat is like asking George Bush if the 9/11 was an inside job. He may or may not date a celebrity right now. Okay. Local voting is more as important, but you feel like our people should be voting for the laws ourselves instead of putting
a group of people
in charge of our lives. You've made a lot of music that hasn't been heard, and a lot of it is for political reasons, and we sitting there listening to it, and people are like, what's that? So it's obviously dope. You got a tour coming up?
Yes, this summer.
What's it called?
I'm working on an album.
Okay.
Which is gonna come out in spring, like late spring.
Okay.
And I can't really say.
Okay, that's okay.
It's part of the plan. It's part of the presentation.
Okay. You gotta, but you put thought into a presentation.
Yeah.
For Lit, that's the new single.
For Lit, new single.
Okay. And
you know, for all, I know I got a lot of Conscious fans, and they don't really like when I have fun like that. But
no, I love.
Y'all gotta let me have fun, man.
Fun,
let me have some fun.
All right. Talk about For Lit.
For Lit is you gotta listen to it.
Okay.
It means a lot of different things for all people, but it's like, you know, it's about having fun, and everybody has fun.
Yeah.
Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none.
Okay, let's listen to it. Before we do that, though, we want to thank Mozzie for coming by today.
Mozzie!
He got his new project, Fake Famous. That's out right now. Tomorrow, we got special guests coming through. OQ, we got coming through.
We got the cast of the Power Rangers. Sorry, you ain't good about that.
Power Rangers.
Cast of the Power Rangers coming through.
Y'all got the whole cast?
Yeah,
yep.
Whole cast. Ray Liotta's going to be stopping by, and Lecrae.
Lecrae.
Love Lecrae.
Yo, shouts out to Lecrae. Yo, Lecrae is a beast, bruh. I mean, I know y'all know that. I know you respect lyricists.
Talk about it, man.
But I heard because I actually worked with him before, and it's funny because when I first worked with him, I didn't know he was a gospel artist, so they had to edit my verse. But you know, because I heard a song from him on the radio one day. I think it was on this station.
Yeah.
And I mean, he was going in, bro. I mean, I was like, wow, like you would never know, you know, that he was it was, you know, gospel music or Christian rap or whatever. But I mean, he's a real that's another dude who gets it, bro.
Yeah.
Like he sees it very clear.
Yeah, and I don't even consider him a gospel artist. I just consider him an artist.
Yeah.
That be spitting the gospel.
Yeah.
See how I flipped that?
Yeah, I like that.
He'll be here tomorrow. If you had to ask him a question, what would it be?
Really, I want to know, like, how does he care how people categorize him? That's what I want to know.
Okay.
I know that's something artists think about.
Okay, cool. B.o.B, man, thanks for coming through, man. I really enjoyed the conversation, man. I see we got to talk outside the mics and cameras. I already know what it is.
Ray Liotta tomorrow, too.
Ray Liotta's coming by tomorrow? He's coming back, man. Good friend of ours. Y'all can reach B.o.B directly. Just hit him up on social media. At
B.o.B. My Instagram is at B.o.B. And then my Twitter is B.o.B. ATL.
Okay.
Appreciate y'all so much.
All right, Heather B.
At the happy hour, WHB.
Citizens, love you. Twitter, Instagram, at It's Tracy G, ITSTRACYG.
Oh, at Boss Nord, BOSNAUD, you know what I mean?
Even though you didn't ask one question.
I didn't ask one question,
right,
you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
DB,
you know
go ahead, man. How can they reach you, man?
It's really DB everywhere.
Go ahead, Wonder.
At DJ Wonder everywhere.
OQ is.
I am OQ.
All right. And,
Take your shirt off, oh.
Do it.
Anything else y'all want to mention before we go? Huh?
Do it for these. It's
we
getting
about to
warm
go
out,
lit.
O's in these streets.
We're going to end the show with 4 Lit. Okay? It's the latest single by B.o.B. Hit them up. Let them know what you think. It's 4 Lit. Sway in the Morning. Shade 4-5.
It's Sway in the Morning. Only on Shade 45. Kilo.